Hello everyone, I'm Maria Esparza, and for my Section 1 book, I will be presenting Mr. Brown Can Moo Can You by Dr. Seuss. This book is a fun way to explore sounds by using rhythm and also imagination. It's perfect for engaging children that are barely learning how to read. So this book is basically about Mr. Brown, who goes around and he tries to imitate different sounds he hears. Some of these sounds are animal sounds, nature sounds, and sometimes everyday item sounds. Some examples of these sounds are the sounds a cow makes, which is moo, the sound a bee makes, which is zzz, and the sound a clock makes, which is tick tock. Each page introduces a different sound that Mr. Brown is trying to imitate. It is presented rhythmically and also super exaggerated, which is a signature move of Dr. Seuss books. The illustrations of this book are colorful and playful. It's very typical with the Dr. Seuss books as well. Mr. Brown is drawn as a cheerful man with a big mustache and a silly hat. In every page that shows a different sound, Mr. Brown is shown with a different facial expression. Some animals are shown with silly colors and shaped funny, which is not very accurate. However, the everyday objects in nature scenery scenes are more accurate than the animals themselves. So a little bit more on the visuals of this book. The visuals are always connected with the sound. For example, for knock knock, Mr. Brown is shown knocking on a door, and for pop, it shows a bottle popping open with movement lines. The visuals are really good with helping children connect what they see with what they hear, making the reading experience much more interactable and understandable. This book would probably be meant for preschoolers or for children that are early readers, just because the phrases are kept small, short, and simple. I would identify this book as a sound or picture book because the visuals of this book basically tell us what is going on in the book and tell us the story of the book. I would also call it a sound book because it focuses on onomatopoeia, and it's filled with sounds like moo, pop, boom, or tick-tock, which are all sounds that are made to imitate the sounds that are real world sounds. This book helps with phonemic awareness. The sounds of the book help children to start recognizing the sounds and try to connect them to make real words. A quote from this book that stood out to me was in the part of the book where Mr. Brown imitates the sound a ticking clock makes, and then he also imitates the sound that him knocking on a door makes. So when these words are put together, it is tick tock, knock, knock, knock. This stands out to me because the combination of these words are the funnest to say, and it's a great example of onomatopoeia because it is made to imitate the sounds of real world sounds. The combination of words like tick tock, knock, knock, knock catch the attention of the reader and encourages them to try the sounds. However, some of the weaknesses of this book would be that it is very limited to the plot. It has no character development or narrator to tell the story. So this wouldn't be a good book for any children who are looking to read a full story, since it is super repetitive and it's kind of like the same thing over and over. Children may start to get bored of it, and then some of the images of the book are not very accurate, which can lead students to become confused about the visuals when they won't clearly match the sound. But however, some of the strengths of this book include high engagement because of the colorful pictures and because of the sounds. So when you read it, you can make it super exaggerated, which helps them be more engaged into what's happening. This book is really good with phonemic awareness because it introduces sounds and words to help students relate words to actions. This book is also great for students with short attention spans, which is super common with children that are in preschool. So this book that is made to keep simple and short is great for them. This book is also filled with really good visuals, which is super easy for children to follow without having to read the book. This book is overall great for early learners. In a classroom setting, this would be an appropriate book for preschoolers or children that are learning how to read a little bit earlier. It would be a great way to introduce children to hearing, identifying, and also playing with different sounds. This would be a great book for interactive reading out louds, where students are able to imitate the words as you're saying them, or repeating some of the sounds as you're reading them. An example of an activity that you can pair with this book would be a matching game where you create flashcards that show a sound and then they're paired with a picture that connect with the sound. This would help with learning multiple learning styles, including auditory, visuals, and kinesthetic. So overall, Mr. Brown Can You by Dr. Seuss is a wonderful book for early learning children. It engages children through rhyme, rhythm, and also sounds, and it helps build early literacy skills, especially phonemic awareness, while keeping the experience fun and interactive. That is all. Thank you.